What's up, my juicy gamers? It's Juicer here. In today's video, I'm gonna give my review of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Let's get right into it. Coming off of Fallen Order, Star Wars Jedi Survivor had a lot to live up to, and boy, did it do a good job living up to it. I absolutely loved Fallen Order and was really hoping that the sequel would do it justice. My feeling on the game is overwhelmingly positive. However, there were a few negative things that I definitely need to talk about in the review. First of which is the issues with the PC optimization. I played this game on PC and was pretty horrified at how poorly the game ran early on in the release. Granted, I don't have the most modern computer, but if we're thinking about like how the game was developed, you can clearly tell that console gaming was first in line for development. I had constant stutters in the game before I turned down all my graphics. Granted, that's during recording, so there's extra GPU and CPU usage. But games now, I feel like, should be optimized for all of the options rather than just console. It's a really terrible feeling in a game where you can only save at meditation points when the game will crash on you. One of my most infuriating crashes was in one of the high chambers. I spent like 15 minutes on the puzzle, and then literally right as I was getting to the end, the whole game crashed and I lost all of my progress. Going across the goop bridge. We're turning. You're gonna keep following me up here. No! No! Oh my god, I solved the puzzle and it crashed. A person using a computer that's like 3 or 4 years old shouldn't have as much difficulty with the game as I did. I just feel like that's a little bit meh there. The game also crashed a lot during cutscenes, which again, very, very frustrating because you don't regularly save before a cutscene happens.
Except, of course, it's fake!
I thought it was the real deal, Ravis. Honest.
Oh. Well, the game just froze. The only other real negative that I had for the game was the UI menus. Specifically, again, for PC. There was a lot of strange choices that they made. You can't select things with your mouse. Like, you can hover over things, but like trying to quit the game to either the title screen or the desktop, you have to hover over the thing and then hold down the enter key. Or if you're changing a setting in the menu, you have to hover over the setting and use A or D to go left and right on the choices. Really, really strange. But again, it showed me that clearly the game was meant for PlayStation and Xbox rather than a PC game. Those are really my only two gripes on the game. Like, everything else I absolutely loved. I'll start listing off the things. More stances, like dual bladed, 2 lightsabers, the pistol and lightsaber, the blaster and the lightsaber was amazing. I used that pretty much fully throughout the game because I'm more of a stay to the outside, dodge around, then move in, attack, then go back outside kind of a player. It really allowed you to customize your gameplay and the way you like to play the game with your stance choices. Loved that. The map size being significantly larger and a little bit more open world was really, really nice, especially Kobo. Obviously, Kobo is kind of the main planet that you're on most of the time. I also loved that you don't forget the old powers and things that you learned in the last game. That always feels super weird to me when you're in a sequel of a game and somehow you lose the ability to do the things that you could in the last game. You start out with force push and pull. I think very quickly you get double jump and during the whole tutorial on Coruscant. Loved that. It was a great design choice. I really also loved the expanded skill tree. It allowed you to vary your gameplay even within the stance that you chose. It also let you strive for like the ultimate ability within that pathway, which normally was a really cool spell or ability. The boss fights were really fun, challenging enough if you wanted it to be, but also easy enough that you could one-shot certain bosses if you played on a certain difficulty and just wanted to get through the story. The game also allowed you to track side quests, which the previous one didn't. I loved that. They called them rumors. Those were great. And if you did the side quests, you were rewarded often with a perk, which was awesome, or extra skill points, which obviously you can use for all your skills and your stances and your telekinesis, etc. Oh, speaking of telekinesis, that edition was also very cool. You could slice droids in Fallen Order and they would help you, but you could never be Obi-Wan and be like, these are not the droids you are looking for. You did that a couple times actually throughout the game, and you could do that during fights, and an enemy would join your side and fight the other enemies. Love that addition. I'm not going to talk about the story because this is going to be a non-spoiler review, but I did love the story. Overall, I'm going to give Star Wars Jedi Survivor an 8 out of 10. The specific PC issues were just a little bit too prevalent for me to give it a 9 or a 10, which I really enjoyed the game that much that I was considering it. I just had a little bit too many frustrations of the game crashing or skipping around that I couldn't go as high as I initially thought that I was going to go. I'd love to hear your opinions on what you thought the game was like. I thought it was a great sequel to a game that I absolutely loved. It's very rare that you get a sequel game that does so well on building on the original game's foundation. I thought Jedi Survivor did an unbelievable job doing that, and I'm really excited to see where they go next. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.